After you have your casing pinned, you are going to be sewing across the bottom edge, so you're going to end up with a little tunnel that your drawstring will be able to go through. So in order to sew through the bottom edge, you're going to line up the edge of your presser foot with the white line, or with the line that you drew, that 3-inch line. You're going to line up the edge. So my presser foot is right on the white line right here. Okay. Now I'm going to change my setting on my machine to move the needle over to the left position. So I'm going to hit the plus once, so it's going to say 02 here. And then when I sew, all that did was it moved the needle to the left, so it's going to help me sew right next to the edge. So I'm going to start by back stitching. So I'm starting at the edge of my fabric. I'm going to go forwards, hold my reverse and go back. And then I'm going to go forwards again. And then when I have the edge of my foot lined up with the marking line that I drew, that's going to be where the fold is then once I get to the other edge of my fabric. So I can now just leave it lined up with the folded edge. So I'm going to take my pin out and I'm going to keep going, but now instead of looking at the line, I'm going to look at the folded edge of my fabric. So I'm going to keep sewing with this edge lined up. Okay, I'll take out a pin. And then I'm going to sew right off the edge of my fabric, still keeping the presser foot lined up with my line that I drew. And then when I get to the end, I'm going to backstitch to lock my threads in place. And then I can take my fabric out. Okay, when you're done with this step, you'll have one stitching line that goes all the way across the top edge.